Hi there, and welcome to episode number 17 in my series on how to improve your social media videos. This is Steve Gamache, and we're going to cover today our audio part 2. And in the last episode, episode 16, we talked about a wireless lapel system that you could use from Radio Shack for about $50 to make a pretty effective solution actually for decent sounding audio. If you don't wish to be bothered with all the facets of wireless, where you do have to have a receiver plugged into the wall, you have to have a cable from the receiver, to the camera, and then you've got the belt pack, which, by the way, I am using the wireless system right now. So if you want a comparison on sound from a hardwired system, which I was using in the previous episode to demonstrate or talk about the wireless, and in this episode I'm using the wireless so I can talk about the hardwired system. So you can get a direct comparison between the two sounds of the system. Everything else is the same location, same room, everything else. But another solution that you have is buying a hardwired lapel microphone. And there's a couple different solutions. This is one from Radio Shack. It's about $25. It's a little bit smaller mic, which is kind of nice. It's a little bit less obvious than this one, which is the wireless one. But what it has, it's got a battery built in to provide signal for the microphone. It's called a condenser mic. So it's got a little disc battery. I think it's an LR44, a very small battery that goes in a little compartment. And then this does have an on-off switch for it. And there's no indicator that it's on, which is kind of a drawback. It's easy to leave these things on. But this comes out to an 1/8" mono jack. And this isn't very long. This is only about 4 or 5 feet long. This connection does have, with the battery and the on-off switch, a little clip on it to put in your clothing or belt or something and keep it on you. But you'll need an extension cable unless you're very close to the camera in this case to get the distance. So you can either purchase an accessory extension, an 1/8" extension. This one is a stereo jack to another stereo plug. Or another solution I found, which is probably a little more economical and a little bit nicer, is Audio-Technica also makes a lapel microphone for about $26. But the advantage to that one, it does have the same type of battery in it. It's not quite of a nice setup as this as far as on-off switch, but it's something you can turn on and off. But the main difference is, excuse me, it comes with a 20-foot cable. So here you've got to buy this for about the same price, and then you've got to add another cable, which is more money. So I would kind of recommend the Audio-Technica system, which I'll, if you go to my website, you can check out links for that and the price on that and a source for that. But the advantage to these is you're hardwired. You don't need to bother with receiver or anything else. If you're close to the camera, you can just plug right in, especially if you're walking around with the camera, narrating or something yourself. You can put the wireless or put the hardwired system on, and you don't have to mess around with the wireless feature. So there are some advantages to this. Again, though, these do have an 1/8" mono plug on the end, either of these models, this Radio Shack model or the Audio-Technica model, and then you've got stereo on the camera, so you're going to get just one side. You're going to get a left channel only audio signal. So I found a nice little converter that'll go from a mono 1/8" jack to a stereo 1/8" plug, and you can plug that in the end and pop that right in the camera. So I'm using that right now. Actually, I've got an adapter on it. So again, I've got a source for that. So the only caveat of this, which we've learned the hard way, is batteries. So if you forget to turn this off, these batteries will dissipate and you'll have to buy new ones, and they're not super duper cheap. They're the little small disc batteries. So you have to have kind of a checklist when you're using these devices to turn things off when you're done. Same thing with the belt pack I'm using for the wireless. It's very easy to leave that on. It does have a light on it, but you got to make sure you turn those off when you're done. So there you have it, a very effective solution for much better sounding audio than you'll get right on the camera. Again, something like the Kodak Z8 will give you the ability to plug an external microphone in, and if you've got that feature, you should really take advantage of it. So either a basic wireless system or a hardwired lapel mic works very, very well and sounds quite good. So for more information, check out links, product info, go to my website at sgphotography.com, or check out YouTube for my channel, and check out the rest of the videos on youtube.com/user/SteveGPhotography. We'll see you next time.